Alright guys, so we have even more info regarding the next couple episodes of Dragon Ball Super. Today we have some info just specifically about episode 99. So we've seen a lot in the past couple days about Krillin, possibly going to protect Android 18. It looks like Krillin is going to be either eliminated or disqualified. Now, I've seen a lot of discussion, more so on what might happen to Krillin, so we are going to get into that. What this is specifically is we have a scan just talking about episode 99 in particular. We've looked at a few of these in the past. I'm getting the translations and all of this info from Herms again. Herms is making his return on my channel. I've been using Ken Zyro a lot lately, but when I checked Twitter today, it was actually Herms is where I'm seeing this. So we'll go ahead and jump into this right now. So what we have here is, again, a scan right here. And we have episode 99, Show It Off, Krillin's Reserve of Strength. This, of course, is the episode that will be on July 16th. So this is not this weekend's episode, but the week after. And there's a lot of info to talk about here. So we have Krillin and 18, their husband and wife power explodes. More and more people drop out. Krillin comes to Android 18's aid. So it looks like over the next couple episodes, we might see like disqualifications and people being eliminated like at a very quick rate. I guess this isn't really too surprising. We probably over the next 3 or 4 episodes, going all the way to where we might see Jiren versus Kale, I'm thinking maybe 30 or even 40 of the characters that are actually in the tournament itself will be eliminated. So that way we'll start to cut off a lot of the, the fat, and we'll get to the real players of the tournament. Jiren, Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, Hit, Topo, all of these guys will be taking a center stage, as a lot of the goofier characters and reference characters are eliminated. The annihilation of Universe 9 shows Goku and the gang just how harsh the Tournament of Power is. In the midst of a stalemate, Goku and Vegeta get the fight started again. Meanwhile, 18 is in a tight spot as she battles Universe 4's warrior Shosa. Her husband Krillin flies in to her rescue, and so here's what I'm seeing a lot of people talking about. In one of these previous spoilers, we saw it discussing Krillin firing with consecutive Kienzens, or Destructo Discs, as it's called in the English dub. And a lot of people are theorizing, and I didn't think of this myself, but once I heard it, I was like, oh my god, that is such a good point, is that what might happen is Krillin might accidentally kill a contestant trying to save Android 18, so thus he will be disqualified as in opposed to directly eliminated. I believe I did actually see Ken Zyro say this on Twitter, that the actual word used could be disqualification or eliminate. It doesn't specify one or the other, so it's not a guarantee that Krillin will just get beaten, but he might be disqualified through killing. So when I was talking in the last spoiler video, I was like, I just really don't like the idea of Krillin being hyped up, beating Gohan, and now all of a sudden he just gets easily taken out. And I said, like, obviously we haven't seen it, so I don't want to judge too harshly until we actually get a look at this, because Krillin might sacrifice himself to save someone or something along those lines. And yeah, it looks like Krillin might end up killing someone to save 18. I'm really excited. I know, obviously, the big thing, Jiren versus Kale is on the horizon. Everyone is busting nuts about that. I understand. But I am really excited to see this episode with Krillin, sacrificing himself to protect 18 or whatever, killing an opponent like this. That's not Krillin's style. So this will be a really good episode. I'm really, really looking forward to this one for sure. All right, and we have more info here. So we've got intense battles break out all over the place. Vegeta trades blows with Universe 6's BOTAMO and Magetta. He has a tough fight against BOTAMO, who doesn't take any damage. So there's a couple things to talk about with this. Remember, we did see Magetta actually trading blows with Topo for a little while. Cool to see that Magetta was able to fight Topo, but not be defeated. Now remember, Vegeta did have a little bit of trouble knocking Magetta out of the ring in the Universe 6 vs 7 tournament, but Vegeta at the same time did not even need to go Super Saiyan Blue to do that. And considering Goku more or less was getting absolutely worked by Toppo until Goku went Super Saiyan Blue. I think it's safe to say that, like, Toppo and Magetta must have gotten distracted at some point, because Toppo probably would have been able to body Magetta with little difficulty, I would say. Now, the other thing, too, is that it says that Vegeta is going to have trouble with BOTAMO. If you guys remember, Goku beat BOTAMO rather easily just by picking him up and tossing him out of the ring, because he's able to kind of absorb damage and deflect it to, like, a different dimension or some shit like that. Now, there's probably a good chance that BOTAMO has maybe gotten smarter or developed some sort of countermeasures, so maybe Vegeta won't be able to defeat BOTAMO as easily as Goku was by just picking him up and tossing him out of the ring. But I do have full confidence Vegeta will be able to do this. I'm a little surprised here, because I thought for sure that when it mentioned before Vegeta would be fighting Universe 6, what I was hoping for was Hit. Vegeta fighting Hit and, you know, beating Hit, kind of like a rematch, and Vegeta, you know, kind of wins there. That would have been cool. Maybe we could still see Jiren versus, who knows? Hit is gonna have some kind of marquee moment here. Looks like at the very least it's not gonna be for a little while, obviously, because Hit is gonna be such a major player, but Vegeta is gonna be fighting off against a couple of these characters here. 18, Krillin, and Vegeta aren't the only ones. Goku, Frieza, and the others also challenge various universes to battle. Now, I'll go ahead and mention this since this is a spoiler video. A new trailer for Super Dragon Ball Heroes came out, where it's very quick, maybe 5 seconds or less, where we actually see Goku and Golden Frieza kind of facing off against Jiren. We see Golden Frieza charge Jiren. Jiren shoots a blast at Gold Frieza, and then Super Saiyan Blue, Goku comes in to go punch Jiren, and it cuts out. So in the future, we're probably going to see Gold Frieza versus Jiren, which just, like, that blows my fucking mind. Like, I honestly, I didn't see Frieza fighting Jiren. I don't know who exactly Frieza would have fought, but that should be really cool. I mean, we see how powerful true Golden Frieza is now. So, I mean, are they really going to give us this many awesome fights? Man, listen, people are going to look real fucking stupid complaining about that reused animation when Goku vs. Jiren is so beautiful, when fucking Frieza vs. Jiren has godly animation. Like the stuff that everyone was busting nuts over, that cut from Dragon Ball Super episode 57, where like Goku and Trunks are flying around fighting Zamasu and Goku Black, and then Black does the instant transmission. Like, when we see shit like that again, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right. Maybe that's the reason they reuse some animation at some points, so they could set up beastly shit like that. Like, come on, fellas. Fellas and gals and girls and kids, understand. From what I'm seeing, all this info we're getting hit with, it's all, like, positive developments. I don't see anything really here where it's just like, oh, this is gonna fucking suck. The only thing I was disappointed in was the Krillin stuff, but upon further info, that Krillin stuff looks like it could really, really lead to something epic. And then the last thing we have here is Beerus this week, hostile towards Universe 6's Champa. The gods watch the progress of the battle from the benches, while feeling antagonistic towards Universe 6's God of Destruction, Champa, Universe 7's God of Destruction, Beerus, gives his contestants advice. So this makes a lot of sense. If, you know, Goku is dealing with Caulifla and Kale, and then Vegeta's dealing with Magetta and BOTAMO, obviously Beerus and Champa will be butting heads to the extreme right there with the way their universes are battling. So I would say nothing really of any great shock there. But regardless, episode 99 is looking really, really sexy right now. And do not even get me started, you know, what's going to happen after this once we start getting into Jiren, Kale, and all of these other shenanigans. Like, I'm just so... Each day that passes, the Universal Survival Arc just gets better and better to me. Like, I have so little complaints. Like, they seem... So far, everything seems to have been crafted and shown for a reason. That's, again, why I was so frustrated with Krillin's quick loss, is because, you know, we had those filler episodes just before the Universal Survival Arc started, where they were kind of building Krillin up a little bit, kind of reintroducing him. Then we had that great episode where he fought Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and he defeated Gohan. Now, of course, this was pre-Ultimate Gohan. So, before he rediscovered that form, that is important. But still, Gohan was strong enough to beat one of the trio of dangers who, we saw how Basil is putting in work already in the Tournament of Power. Gohan beat one of those guys, and Krillin was able to beat Gohan. So Krillin is clearly deserving of being in this tournament. And I didn't like that they were maybe, having all of this false buildup, but now it does look like that buildup was for a solid reason. Exploring Krillin and Android 18's relationship is something that I will always enjoy seeing on screen. I'm very hyped for Dragon Ball Super Episode 99. They continue to win me over and build my hype levels up. My hype has been building for weeks now, and I've yet to be disappointed. Although, with the Future Trunks arc, it wasn't until the second to last episode and then the last episode where I really just got left with blue balls by that arc. Hopefully, the Universal Survival arc will not follow that same pattern.